Hey, what's going on? We're back and we're at Kerr Reservoir, so we're gonna do a little practice in today. Just made the 3-hour drive. Got a tournament coming up this weekend, little BFL. Gonna do a little fun fishing, locating fish. Haven't really had a ton of experience on this body of water. I think I spent 3 days here total in the past, but we'll go around, do some side imaging, meet up with our buddy Lou, and see if we can find some fish. So let's go get them. Probably spit out my worm too. Yep. Nice largemouth. Surprised we ain't caught any spots yet. That's in the face. That's an interesting way to hook a fish on a shaky head. I think they gotta be 14 right now, so not that this is the kind of fish we'd be looking for in the tournament, but she's all 14. Make sure you close the mouth when you measure your fish. Probably 1.5 pounds, little guy. Just on some shallow wood. So I was fishing a jig earlier and had two small fish and well, that was about 3. That's okay. Chased a jig out as I was reeling in and swimming it. Tried fishing it that way some more. Not a whole ton of luck. Decided to go a little bit more finesse. We've had kind of a north wind today and a little bit of a cold front. We're on a warming trend this week, so hopefully that's a good sign for things to come. But see if we can find some bigger fish in this area and roll out and go try something else. Oh, he's swimming away with it. Now it's wrapped up. So it seems like, I'm not trying to catch every fish, by the way, I'm practicing, but it seems like stuff like that right there, it's just deep enough that you can't see the bottom. Still really shallow, but that's where like all of my bites have been today. Didn't get the other ones on film because there wasn't much to see from your angle, but I guess you just have to believe me. That one was really weird though, because it was right where we're supposed to be, and somehow the wind took my line and wrapped it around, and I just saw my line swimming off that way, but no dice. Guy up real shallow. We might have to back off a little bit. Get yourself wrapped up in there real good. What are you doing? Why'd you even do that? This didn't even have the hook on it, he just had his mouth on it. Yeah. Don't shake my worm. You're bleeding, but not from me. Tiny largemouth. Alright, well that's these little brush piles like this down trees. That's really 2 big ones in a row that had a fish on it. Like, I know that one's tiny, but that could be meaningful if we moved around and did something with it. So bite off a little bit of this worm, get it situated. I'm just using I believe it's a Yamasenko. They're so soft, work really good, go through a lot of them. If you can get more than one fish out of it, you did good. Alright. Another big pile of brush on the bank. I think that was a small fish, but yeah. Yep, absolute pink. So small. Aggressive though. Good job, buddy. So we learned that there are smaller fish, not quite all the way back in the spawning pocket, but this little cove there's a little bit bigger fish on the outside. Pretty much got smaller the further in we went, and yeah, but we did catch fish, so that's good. So we're gonna kind of back out and see if we can find some brush or down trees a little bit closer to the main lake, a little bit closer to deeper water, and see if we can find some bigger fish doing that. Fish. Well, the theory was correct. We moved back into more of the main lake. That was a log, not that brush. Dang, that's a good fish. This one we would want in the tournament, but you gotta catch a couple to figure out where they are first, right? Not a monster, not a Kerr unicorn, 5-pounder, but definitely an okay fish. About 2.5. That's not bad. I don't know how many more of those. Let me get this guy back. Measurement real quick. I know it was 14, but I don't need to put him on the scale. I was just curious how long he is. Again, mouth closed, right? 17. Yep. All right. Later, dude. So we moved out. I gotta go try this in other areas and try to figure out just how far back that is. We're in more of the lower section of the lake, not quite by the dam, but one of the creeks just down Nutbush. Yep. Let's move around and see if we can replicate this. Camera was turned off. I got big fish. I made a switch to Pippenator worm. It's like an 8-inch worm, a different color, just to try it out, and I've been moving my way back. Dang. I saw my line swimming out. I didn't feel anything. Come here, buddy. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. That's 3.5. We'll actually get a measurement on this one. Dang. Way down there. Don't bite me, stupid. So in my infinite wisdom to switch worms, we got this guy back. Had him out too long anyway, but good. Nice and healthy. But in my infinite wisdom to switch worms to avoid, having to deal with torn plastic and everything. Spit the damn thing anyway, so it went flying. But we'll get a new one. We're gonna keep moving out. I don't want to do too much damage in this area, but I think that might already be done. But we don't have a tournament for another, 3 days, so bend this guy back into shape. So I kind of wanted to see if I could get away with using a magnum shaky head on a bait caster. It's just way better for pitching, but well, back to it. And if you're curious about the worm I'm using, this is it. So it's an 8-inch worm, and it's called Plum Apple. Chuck Pippin makes them. He's a guy down in Florida. It's a great bait called the Pippenator. It's like CPF Lures. You can find them online, but it's good stuff. You get a bunch of good colors. Their June Bug's really good. The Dirty Albright's really good, and this Plum Apple is also very, very good. I think I'm gonna keep fishing it this way for a little while, but I'm gonna need to try it on a magnum head and bigger hook, bait caster, bigger line. I won't go too much bigger though, because the bigger the line, the less action the shaky head's gonna have, and that's a problem. 8 pound to 10 pounds really the biggest I want to go, but I got a bait caster set up with 12 that would do all right. Oh, this is a little guy. Just a little guy on the big worm. Didn't eat the whole thing. Alright, good to know. I'd like to know if there are some bigger fish back here. I don't know if this area gets like enough sunlight. Yes, sun's setting in a little while, but I think throughout the day it does, because the sun's right there, as you can see. Really protected though. I think this would be a really, really good spawning area. Tons of cover. So I figured out a little bit today. Fish shallow wood. Water's about 58 to 60 degrees, depending on where you are. Wasn't really having to move it a whole lot. And in fact, I think all the fish that I caught, I just pitched it in and just waited for them to swim out with it. So definitely a finicky bite. I had 3 bites on the jig where they just either wanted to chase it in but not commit on it, or just grab onto the little flapperdoodles on the back. So hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you have any questions about my setup, that's a Dobyn 703 SF, the Champion XP, and then it's just 30-pound braid. I think I got a Daiwa J braid on there, and then always Sunline 8-pound fluoro FC sniper. So, and the owner shaky head, I think it's the 1/8 ounce. So like I said, let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.